Welcome. Welcome to AI That Ships. I'm glad you're here because if you're in the CPG world right now, you're probably feeling the heat. Too many SKUs, not enough time, growing pressure, and a market that shifts faster than your governance can react. This is launch signal declassify. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through why innovation feels broken, how GenAI is transforming not just ideation but execution, and what elite teams are already doing to get ahead. Let's get into it. Chapter 1, the innovation crisis that no one admits. Let me start with the hard truth. Most innovation systems in CPG were never built for this era. They weren't built to handle the pace of TikTok, the complexity of retailer resets, or the legal nuance of multi-claim labeling across global markets. You feel it every day. Products that miss trend windows, legal stepping in too late, cross-functional teams that don't quite click. And somehow, everyone's running, but still behind. This isn't about people, it's about process. It's about infrastructure. A VP of innovation, $700 million brand, once told me, "We're drowning in briefs, tools, and meetings, but starving for clarity and control." That's not incompetence, that's systemic misalignment. What this looks like: QA blocks a ship date 2 weeks out, a great insight dies in a forgotten deck, ops can't make the benchtop formula scale, brand pushes a claim that the plant can't support. So what are the breakdowns here? There's no shared clock speed. Teams are operating on different timelines. Tools don't interoperate. There's zero feedback between launches, and there's no simulation of trade-offs. What you want to do is audit your process and understand where the system's bleeding time, margin, and trust. Chapter 2. So what do elite teams do differently? The teams that are winning, they're not lucky, they are engineered. They work off a shared brief. They simulate risk early. They loop learnings back in. They bring GenAI in before the problem, not after. So here's an example of a top 5 beverage portfolio. They unified brand, R&D, and compliance around a live signal layer. Legal stopped being the blocker. QA became the guide. Reformulations dropped by half. So what are the classic failure signs? GenAI runs disconnected from specs. Marketing changes goals mid-formulation. Legal sees final label after design lock. So how do you figure out if this is a problem, or if you're one of those elite teams or not? Run a simulation sprint. One constraint-based brief, one working session, see how much friction disappears. Chapter 3. This isn't just about ChatGPT, this is execution infrastructure. Let's start by killing the hype. GenAI isn't just creative, it's corrective. The top teams aren't asking for clever names. They're not using GenAI to build specs. They're using GenAI to build specs, simulate regulatory claims, predict sensory scores, auto-generate compliant labels. And they're doing it in sync, not as afterthoughts. So what are some symptoms of misuse? Ideation tools with no feasibility filter, right? Super easy. A lot of vendors out there offering these tools. You can type in what you want, and the problem is, most of the time what you get is actually not feasible. You might be doing legal reviews with GenAI, but you're doing it post-creation. You might be still doing manual spec drafting. What you want to do is create a GenAI readiness scorecard, and we can help you with that. And once you evaluate yourself over the scorecard, you'll know what you are underusing and what to prioritize next. Chapter 4. Focus on flywheels, not funnels. Funnels kill learning. Flywheels build momentum. In a flywheel, every failed launch makes the next faster, smarter, better. But most orgs, they treat each launch as a blank slate. Learnings vanish in folders. TikTok feedback never hits R&D. Claim disputes never get logged. High performers loop it all back in. Every failed SKU taught us something, but we never wrote it down. Told one of the people I know, they are using GenAI to fix that. So what do you want to do? Join a retrospective loop workshop. Take one failed launch, and walk through it systematically to understand what should have been captured and leveraged. Chapter 5. You want to think about this as elite execution, not tech pilots. So let me be clear, this isn't about flashy pilots. This is about your shelf position, your margin recovery, your category leadership. The winners are building execution memory. GenAI isn't a tool, it's infrastructure. Reactive teams wait for problems. Elite teams pre-simulate them. Execution velocity is brand equity. Let's work together to figure out what your friction, do some friction mapping, velocity simulation, and create a real plan for elite execution tailored for your portfolio. This was launch signal declassified. If it hit a nerve, good. That means you're ready. Because it's not about piloting GenAI. It's about mastering the system that gets your products to shelf fast, clean, and consumer ready. Thank you.